Okay, Ryan. I want to start with something that's been on my mind all week. What if I told you that the calmest person in the room is actually the most powerful one?
Hold on. That's a bold opener, Emma. You're telling me the quiet one in the meeting, the person just sitting there, sipping their coffee, not saying much, that's the strongest person in the room?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And honestly, I think we've had it backwards for years. We grew up thinking loud equals confident, big personality equals power. But the more I watch people, the more I notice it's the composed ones who actually win.
Hmm. You know what? I felt that recently. I was in this work meeting, total chaos, everyone talking over each other, and there was this one woman who just didn't react. She waited, she listened, and when she finally spoke, the whole room stopped.
Yes! That right there, that's the energy I'm talking about. It's not weakness. It's not shyness. It's a kind of inner steadiness. And I think most people are starving for that quality. They just don't know how to build it.
Okay, so break it down for me. When you say composed, what do you actually mean? Because I think a lot of people hear that word and they picture some emotionless robot.
Oh, no, no, that's the misconception. Composed doesn't mean cold. It doesn't mean you don't feel. It means you don't let every little wave knock you over. You feel everything, but you respond instead of react.
Yeah, that's not me on most Mondays, I'll be honest.
Ryan, that's not anyone on Mondays. But here's the thing, calmness protects something really important. It protects your clarity. And honestly, it protects your dignity.
Dignity. Wow, that word hits different. I don't think I've used the word dignity in like a year.
Right? But think about it. When something difficult happens, someone says something rude, you get bad news at work, your kid throws a tantrum in Target, the moment you lose your composure, you lose a little piece of yourself too.
You give away your power.
You give it away to the person who upset you, to the situation, to the chaos. And nobody talks about that.
Okay, but Emma, let's get real for a second. Because I think someone listening right now is going, that sounds great, but how? How do I actually become that person? Because life is loud, man. Life is loud.
It really is. And I don't think it's about becoming some Zen monk overnight. I think it starts small, like pausing before you reply to a text that frustrated you, taking one breath before you answer in a tough conversation. That tiny pause, that's where your power lives.
The pause is the power.
The pause is the power.
Okay, so here's where I want to take this. Because calmness is one thing in a stressful moment, but what about in everyday social situations? Like, you know what I struggle with? Small talk. I'm terrible at it.
Stop it. You're not terrible at it.
Emma, I once told someone at a wedding that the salmon tasted very salmony. I have no small talk skills.
Okay, that's actually amazing. But here's the thing, small talk gets such a bad reputation. People act like it's fake or shallow. But honestly, it's one of the most underrated skills in American life.
Why do you think that is? Like, why does small talk matter so much here?
Warm, thoughtful. Because America is a culture of strangers. Think about it. You're constantly in lines, in elevators, at coffee shops, at your kid's soccer game. You're always around people you don't know. And small talk is the bridge. It's how strangers become humans to each other.
Huh. I never thought of it that way. It's not pointless. It's actually connection.
It's connection in its earliest, most fragile form. And the secret to being good at it? It's not having clever lines, it's not being witty, it's genuine curiosity.
Genuine curiosity. Okay, explain that more.
So, most people, when they do small talk, they're thinking, what do I say next? What do I say next? Their brain is in performance mode. But the people who are amazing at small talk, they're actually interested. They notice things. They ask, oh, what got you into that? Or how long have you lived around here? And then they actually listen to the answer.
Oh, so the magic isn't in talking. It's in listening.
It's almost always in the listening, Ryan.
You know, this connects to something I've been noticing. People who are good at conversation, they don't have a script. They just have interest and openness.
Yes, and approachable openers. You don't need anything fancy. How's your day going? Crazy weather we're having, huh? Those tiny, simple lines, they're invitations. They say, I see you. You're a person. I'm safe to talk to.
Okay, see, this is the segue I was waiting for, because we have to talk about weather small talk.
Oh, the classic American move.
It's a whole cultural ritual. You're in the elevator with someone. You make eye contact, and somebody is going to say, hot one today, huh?
Every single time. And people make fun of it, but I actually love it. Weather is the most neutral, safe, universal topic we have. Everyone's experiencing it. Nobody gets offended by it.
Every single time. And people make fun of it, but I actually love it. Weather is the most neutral, safe, universal topic we have. Everyone's experiencing it. Nobody gets offended by it.
It's like the universal human handshake.
It really is. And for anyone listening who's learning English, or maybe they're shy or new to a city, weather talk is your best friend. Looks like rain. Beautiful day, isn't it? Can you believe this heat? That's all you need to start a conversation.
You know what I love about this conversation, Emma? We started with calm, powerful people, and we ended up at the weather. But it's all connected, isn't it?
It really is, because it's all about presence. Being present enough to stay calm, present enough to be curious, present enough to notice the person in front of you.
Okay, so let me ask you something a little deeper. When people describe their daily routines, I wake up, I have coffee, I go to work, why does that always sound so boring? Because most people describe their lives like they're reading a grocery list.
Right? I wake up at 7, I brush my teeth, I commute. Oh, I'm falling asleep just hearing it.
But here's what I love. The people who tell their daily routines beautifully, they don't list, they feel. They'll say, mornings are sacred to me. I sit by the window with my coffee, and for 15 minutes, I don't talk to anyone. It's the only time of day that's just mine.
Oh, wow. That's a completely different energy. That feels like a person.
That's the difference. Daily routines aren't boring. We just describe them without emotional honesty.
Emotional honesty. Man, that's a whole concept right there.
It's everything, Ryan. Because when you tell your story with feeling, even something as small as your morning coffee, people lean in. They connect. Suddenly, your boring routine becomes human.
And isn't that the goal? Isn't that what we all want in conversations? To feel like a human, not a resume.
That's the dream. And honestly, this is something I'd say to anyone learning English, too. Stop chasing grammar perfection. Chase expression.
Oh, that's interesting. Say more.
So many learners freeze up because they're scared of making mistakes. They want every verb to be perfect. But fluency isn't about being grammatically flawless. Fluency is about getting through to someone. It's about being understood emotionally.
That's true even for native speakers. The most charismatic people I know, they don't speak perfectly. They speak honestly.
Exactly. natural expression beats grammatical perfection every single time. Because perfect grammar without warmth, it's like a beautifully wrapped gift with nothing inside.
Whoa. Okay, that's a quote. That's going on a t-shirt.
Put it on the merch.
You know, I want to bring this back to one thing you said earlier about active listening. Because I think this is the thread running through everything we've talked about.
Tell me what you mean.
Like, the calm person, they're listening. The good small talker, listening. The person describing their day with depth, they've been listening to their own life. It's all listening, isn't it?
Ryan, that might be the realest thing you've said all episode.
Don't sound so shocked.
No, but really, listening is the most underrated skill in modern life. We're all talking, we're all posting, we're all broadcasting, but who's listening?
And when someone actually listens to you, you remember it forever.
You do. Because being heard is one of the deepest human needs we have.
Man. Okay, I came in thinking this was a podcast about communication skills, and it turned into something way bigger.
That's the thing about these topics. They look small on the surface. Small talk, weather, daily routines, staying calm. But underneath, they're really about how we show up for each other. And how we show up for ourselves, honestly. That too. Because the calm you bring into a room, you first have to build it inside yourself.
So let me throw something out there for anyone listening right now. Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, you wake up, and instead of rushing through your day on autopilot, you slow down. You take a breath before responding to that frustrating email. You ask the barista how their day is going. You actually notice the weather instead of complaining about it.
And when someone tells you about their day, you don't half listen while checking your phone. You're there.
That sounds like a different kind of life.
That is a different kind of life.
Okay. Before we close out, give me one final takeaway. If someone listening only remembers one thing from this conversation, what should it be?
Okay, here it is. You don't have to be the loudest, the smartest, or the most clever person in the room. You just have to be the most present one. That's it. That's the whole game.
Presence over performance.
Presence over performance. Always. You know, I'm walking out of this conversation different than I walked in. And I hope whoever's listening feels the same way.
Me too. And if you're out there driving, walking, doing dishes, listening to this on your commute, just remember, the next conversation you have, it's a chance, a real chance to make someone feel seen, to stay calm, to listen, to be human.
Be human. That might be the best advice we've ever given on this show.
Until next time, friends, stay curious, stay calm, and stay present.
We'll see you in the next one.